Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to this beautiful day at Unity of Tustin. We have an extra special day today. I'm noticing all the flowers falling onto the ground. It's so gorgeous over here. We are thrilled today to have Karl Anthony back with us. Woo! It has been quite a while, and I know we just all love his presence here, as well as his lovely wife in the back, Noi. Karl has been busy. Many of you know that he actively works with children's hospitals and, going in and engaging with them and performing his songs and whatnot. And so he's been busy doing that over the last year and a half, as he wanted us to all know that's what he's been up to. If you are interested, which I know you will be by the end of this service, if you're not already, you can visit karlanthony.com and take a look at what he's got on his website, or you can go back and visit the lovely Noi and get some CD and some merchandise, right away after the service. So really, really thrilled to have you here, Karl. Yeah, and we're looking forward to the service. So what else have we got going on? We've got Shara here with us today to really kick off our month of joy. So she's going to be speaking today on uncovering your inner joy, and who doesn't want to cultivate more of that and have that as our topic of the month. Really special announcement today. I want to give a big shout out to Aaron and everyone that has helped Aaron, but the kids are back on campus today. Woohoo! Such joy and light they bring to us, so we are just absolutely delighted to have them back with us today. And if you are a parent or you know of parents who have young kids, or actually kids ages 2 to 18, we have great programs for the whole spectrum. So check that out, talk with Aaron, get involved in that program. It's really wonderful. So a few more announcements. One, Shara has started, if you guys haven't heard about this, called the Sunday Salon. And this is really neat. I've actually participated in this with other styles of churches, but it's essentially a forum where after the service, you can meet in, are you meeting in the sanctuary? Sanctuary 12:30. You can meet to have like a communion, community, and a deeper dialogue on the topic, and it's just really an opportunity to explore and to dive a little bit deeper into the topics that we go over or start discussing in our Sunday services. So it's a fabulous opportunity. If you have the time, I really invite you to meet Shara at 12:30 in the sanctuary. Bylaw revisions. Thank you to all who participated. Miraculously, we had a 100% pass of the vote. So I know, and this is really great news. So if you didn't know what this was all about, it was basically about changing the way that we elect our board members. So now we can officially move forward with electing new board members. We will have 2 positions open. The election committee is Kurt Reeves, who's chairing the committee, Mary Jean, and myself. So that means I am fully able to discuss anything about the board that you'd like about the open position. So I will be in the back, and if you have an interest, please come and join me. It's really a fantastic experience, and we'd love to talk to anybody who's interested in running for office. Meditation with Craig. So that's really opened up. Meditation is a foundation of what we do here at Unity. Encourage you and welcome you to join him 7:30 on Wednesday nights. Right now, still on Zoom, but the plans are to move it into the sanctuary and have it both online and in person just as soon as we can. New jewelry in the bookstore. So we are, welcome. Go to the bookstore. You got to put your mask on, but there's right. New jewelry. Check it out. Prayer chaplains are here as always. We honor them, and please, find Jack or find John Claude or any of our other prayer chaplains that are here, and sit with them for a while. That's always a joyous experience. Now, let me make sure I haven't forgotten anything here before we do the most important thing of the day, really, which is birthdays. So may I please invite everyone who has a June birthday to stand. Beautiful, beautiful. We honor you. So everyone that's here and everyone that's at home, please join me and let's say together, we bless you in your new year and many, many more. Together, we bless you in your new year and many, many more. And with that, I will hand it over to Karl.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. A happy birthday, we love you. Happy birthday to you. Give him a big hand again. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Good morning. My name is Jack Ragland. I'm a prayer chaplain here at UoT of Tustin. It is my honor to open the service today by lighting the Christ candle and reading the daily word. The Christ candle is a symbol of the Christ presence within each and every one of us. This presence that gives us all the power we need to do what is ours to do, to prosper and enjoy life. I haven't done this in over a year. The word for today is healing. My thoughts, words, and actions affirm my divine life. Today I give thanks for the constant activity of divine healing life, especially when my body is experiencing illness. To bolster my awareness of my capacity for healing, I place my attention on my inherent wholeness. I affirm life in my thoughts, my words, and my actions as I care for my body and meet its needs. My faith assures me that illness is not the truth of me, nor is it my enduring reality. Through my actions, I am affirming wholeness as my true nature and encouraging my healing. Even when I am not facing illness, I greet each day by blessing my body, affirming my wholeness, and the ongoing activity of divine life in every organ, every cell. I give thanks for the divine gift of life by giving thanks for my healing and living joyously. The reading for today comes from the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 48. He said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you whole. Go in peace."
Thank you, Jack. That was a beautiful way to start our service. And happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday online. And today we dive into the core value of joy that has been discerned by this community. So all of you online, I'd love it if you would do a post of something that brings you joy or an experience that gives you joy. And right here, let us center in that joy. Jack lit the Christ candle, and that Christ candle burns within each of us. And the way that Christ Spirit emanates, that is our joy. How our inner light touches the outer world, that is a function of our joy. And allow yourself to shine now. See yourself resplendent like this amazing jacaranda behind me. See yourself shining the Christ-like light like that jacaranda. That bold, that colorful, and even that messy, letting your blossoms of Christ fall to the ground and making an extraordinary mess of beauty and love and light, and that this is our divine right. So today we cultivate, live, shine that joy, that healing. And for gratitude for our privilege to do this, we say thank you, God. We say amen. And we release this prayer into the joyful heart of God. As we continue now with joyful music from Karl Anthony.
Good morning, everybody. Let's all prepare for the meditation in this song. We're going to go right from this song right into the meditation. So take a deep breath. It's called Breathe in the Love. With every breath that I breathe, silent the mind and just be. Open my heart and my soul. Breathe in love and let go. With every breath that I breathe, silent the mind and just be. Open my heart and my soul. Breathe in love and let go. 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 Breathe. Breathe in the love. Breathe in love. Breathe. Breathe in the love. Breathe in love. Breathe. Breathe in the joy. Breathe in joy. Breathe. Breathe in the joy. Breathe in joy. With every breath that I breathe, silent the mind and just be. Open my heart and my soul. Breathe in love and let go. 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 Breathe in love and let go.
Let's all take a moment right now to breathe in love. Breathe in that love and let it go. Breathe in joy and let it go. Breathe in community and just let it all go. And right now I invite you to see yourself walking in a field, walking in a mist, in a vibration of joy, where the whole atmosphere is joy. And see this joy embracing, surrounding, and filling you, blessing you, all your parts that are visible and invisible, the qualities that you approve of, and the qualities you wish were just slightly different. All being blessed in the totality of joy. And in turn, you emanate that blessing of joy to the totality of everyone else. Now let's take a moment in meditation to explore different levels of joy. Starting with the joy you've experienced as a result of success, good fortune, or acquiring something you've wanted for a long time. Bring to mind an experience of such joy. What was your accomplishment? What was your gift? What was the good fortune that lit up your heart? Allow yourself to embody and to enjoy that experience and how it lives in you. Now move on to a joy you've experienced as a choice to show up in an intentional way. The joy you experienced as the choice to do good, to be good, to feed the good in a way that was helpful to someone or something else. Who were you with? What did you do? Connect with how your actions helped you experience the emanation and mystery of joy. And allow yourself to embody and enjoy how you experience that joy right here and right now. Finally, bring up an experience of joy that resulted in a spontaneous experience of awe and wonder. Allow yourself to see yourself overtaken by the recognition of oneness, the beauty and fragility of humanity, and the magnificence of spirit that transcends all understanding. What were the conditions or the ingredients that made such joy more likely? Allow this memory of joy and awe and wonder to wash over you and wash through you. And allow yourself to embody and enjoy the pleasant sensations that you can experience right here and right now. And if you're not already doing so, bring a tiny bud of a smile to your lips. Thich Nhat Hanh suggests bringing a slight but sincere smile to our lips many times throughout the day nourishes awareness, calms us miraculously, and brings joy to you and those around you. Allow your smile, along with your reveries on joy, to bring you joy, to deepen your joy, to radiate your joy in the silence. And allow your smile, along with your reveries, to bring you joy today and whenever you need this resource as we come out of this meditation. And we extend our collective cultivation of peace and joy to all of us, all of those on our prayer list here at Unity of Tustin, and all of those in our minds and hearts. We allow this experience to be further catalyzed by the greatest joy enhancer of all, music, as Karl Anthony sings us, "Life is a dance."
Ah, yes. Take a deep breath. Well, I understand that singing is discouraged right now, but we can sing with our hearts, yes? Oh, yes. And a matter of fact, I think you could say the word yes. When I say yes, you say yes. Say yes. Oh, very good. Say yes.
Yes.
Say yes.
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 Oh, yeah, there you have to go, yes. This is called Life is a Dance. And then I love that part of that meditation where it said to bring a smile. So let's to go ahead and do that. Take a nice deep breath and let's do this song. And if when the yes part comes, go ahead and let's dance together. Welcome to life, we are glad you are here. Glad you could join in the dance. It won't be easy, but it can be fun. Why don't we give it a chance? Now say yes, say yes, say yes, yes. Say yes, say yes. Yes, 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 yes. So life is a dance. Any way you look at it, all of our life is a dance. Choose your own partner and pick the best song. Come now and join in the dance. I know that life is a dance. Taking what comes and giving your all. There are rewards for this. And what I become is in my command. I am whatever I wish. Now say yes, say yes, say yes, yes. Say yes, say oh yes. Together. Yes, 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 yes. So life is a dance. Any way you look at it, all of our life is a dance. Choose your own partner and pick the best song. Come now and join in the dance. I know that life is a dance. What you ought to do is you got to dance a little bit, back and forth. Yeah, that's nice. This is proof that you don't have to drink beer to do this kind of song, you know. There you go. Oh, very good. Very nice. May I have this dance? We have the lead when we follow our hearts. May I have this dance? Good. Be the dancer, that's who you are. Say yes, say yes, say yes. Say oh yes, say yes, say yes. Yes, 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 yes. Life is a dance. Any way you look at it, all of our life is a dance. Choose your own partner and pick the best song. Come now and join in the dance. I know that life is a dance. Come on, get with dance. Come now and join in the dance. Nice. I know that life is a dance. Hey, oh, come now and join in the dance. I know that life is a dance. Say yes, say yes, say yes, yes. Very good.
Oh, Carl Anthony, I can tell why you are so loved. That was amazing. I want to bottle you and take you home. I suppose we can. There are CDs back there if you want to take a little bit of that home, because that's what this is about. That is what this month is about. That is what this healing energy is about. Wonderful. We've got our outer children here today, and we've got our inner children here being cultivated. Okay, let's see how this works. We're having wind issues. So my windscreen fell off. That's why I'm using this mic. And now I realize I have one paper clip, but not two. Thank you. Teamwork. Ah, fantastic. Okay, I'm actually even going to do something a little different. Okay. So, two monks walk into a bar. That's the joke, by the way. Actually, it's the hook. You guys all know I'm at Unity Ministerial School, and that's what they teach us, that we got to hook you, because your attention span is 8 seconds. That's 1 second less than a goldfish. So I got to hook you. I got to bring you in. I got to capture your attention. And by the way, my talk last week with Dame Ragnell, I got a 90 out of 100. I don't know. I'm an Enneagram 1. That was dangerously close to a B. But Dame Ragnell was thrilled. She said she's never been so accepted and embraced by an audience in her life, and it brought her tremendous joy. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about joy, how to reinforce it, how to cultivate it, what are the ingredients, how do we create those conditions, because we cannot command joy. I saw a bumper sticker, choose joy. Well, we can't exactly choose joy, but we can create the conditions. We can come to Karl's concert. We can put on his music. We can be here in community. We can do the things we love to cultivate the likelihood we will be blessed by that ephemeral quality of joy. We have joy with YFM back in the house. Big props to Erin, who is here putting joyful words on our sidewalks and colorful decorations and getting the families together. And if you could raise your hand, if you're here today because YFM opened, please raise your hand. Yes, we've got a few of you. Welcome back. I have heard that COVID has been the most difficult for people with smaller children at home. And I just commend you, and I'm glad we can offer a place for your children to thrive and for you to be back in our community, back on campus. We have the joy of Birthday Sunday. We have the joy of the blue jacaranda, who is not at all shy at pelting you with its Christ flowers. So that's a good example for all of us. And I know for me, one of the experiences that gives me the most joy is my annual cross-country ski trip with my family. And we started when Grace was 5, Eve was about 3. We went for the first time having no idea how it would work. Grace was a trooper. She had her little skis, and she was so proud of herself and her own competency. We had Eve in a pulk that we were pulling behind us, and Chris goes down this hill really fast, and unbeknownst to him, the pulk tips over on its side, dragging our 3-year-old daughter down the entire hill at great speed. I go down frantic as a mom. I get to the base. I open the pulk, and she slept through the whole entire thing. It was this moment of absolute delight. 2 years later, we go back to the same place, and we're snowshoeing with the new dogs we got from Lapdog Rescue. Very, very adventurous dogs. One gets loose, books it fast right through this forest where there's no one around. We panic. We're going to lose our dog. Handsome, not really that handsome, but handsome to the heart. The dog runs off the trail right into a snowbank, 6 feet. Can't move. we realized we never had to worry about them getting off leash again. So that's been a tradition now. The kids are older. They'd prefer to be snowboarding or doing other things, but once a year, they will humor me because that's where I have almost a guaranteed joy moment. Where we're out in the beautiful forest. We might not see a person for 20 minutes. There's friendly spruces, firs, and pines. Deer coming back and forth. A magnificent quiet. And this expansive blue, impossibly beautiful sky that's New Mexico's version of the Pacific Ocean. And there's always a time where I'm there and I see my children healthy, skiing along. We're together as a family, all is well, and I just start to cry. And that's their gift for me, is to go each year so I can have that moment of joy. My new joy is my Saturday bike rides here, and that's my Sabbath. So my Sabbath, my holy day, is whenever Roz has a meetup bike group. And then any other Saturday, I'm free. So that's what we need to cultivate. What is your joy Sabbath? What is your experience to prioritize and to feed so that experience of joy continues to be filled and emptied, and you can be part of that divine flow of joy. So 2 monks walk into a bar. And it's a chai bar. You know, we get drunk on spirit here. They get their chai, they go under a tree, they're going to start their afternoon of assigned prayer. And as per usual, they start by rolling a lovely cigarette. And they sit there under the tree with their chai and they're smoking their cigarettes. And one of the monks said, you know, I've been having mixed feelings about us sitting here smoking during prayer time. I think we need to ask our spiritual directors if this is an okay thing to do. So they decide they'll ask their spiritual directors, and they come back the next day and they're under the tree, and the monk says, you know, my spiritual director was a little disappointed that I've been smoking during prayer time. And the other monk says, well, my spiritual director said that I was showing beautiful discernment and spiritual maturity. And he said, how's that possible? How's that possible that you've been told you're showing spiritual maturity when you're smoking while praying? And the monk said, well, I didn't ask if I could smoke while praying. I asked if I could pray while smoking. I love this story. I love this story because it's one of those stories that gives us a concrete glimpse of what the invisible realm is and what it means, and that it has its own existence, that it matters, and that it influences how we are emanating, radiating, and sharing our Christ light with the world. From an external observer, someone who is smoking while praying, or praying while smoking, looks exactly the same manifestation, the same phenomena. But one person is deeply contributing to the holiness of the realm of divine ideas that the Fillmores teach of, and that we then draw from as a collective. One action is holy. One action is creating the embrace and ground of joy. Because imagine that. Imagine your Enneagram shadows. I'm not talking about extreme behaviors, but imagine your shadows. Imagine your pet peeves. And imagine every time you catch yourself doing them, you just invite in prayer at the same time. You know, Almost like putting that big, stupid, critical head of last week in the hands of your own compassionate angel. Practicing that type of forgiveness as a way to set the ground of inclusive, quiet, sacred joy as the baseline of your consciousness. The only way I know how to do this. So let's take a look at how joy is explained and manifest in the Hebrew Bible. So my favorite part of the Hebrew Bible are the wisdom books. And actually back in November, when we had no idea what kind of relationship I would have with this community, I came and did a talk on the wisdom books. And I always had this idea I'd do a part 2, but that was COVID canceled. So I'm going to look into it now, because what the wisdom books does is they're actually documenting the evolution of joy in human consciousness. In Unity and New Thought Movement, we see the Bible as a document that is tracking and describing the evolution of consciousness, the evolution of love, the evolution of our deepening relationship of God and relationship as God. And the wisdom books really track this specifically in terms of joy. So it starts with Proverbs. And Proverbs, if you remember, are the Sancho Panza wisdom, folk wisdom of the collective. Those are the rules to live by. And if you live by those rules, it is a just world, and you will be treated correctly. And there's aphorisms like train children in the right way, and when they're old, they will not stray. Those who conceal their sins do not prosper, but those who confess and renounce them find mercy. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. That type of wisdom. And in that level of consciousness, we're introduced to level 1 joy. And level 1 joy is like a standard Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of joy. It says something like joy that's evoked by success, good fortune, or acquiring what you desire. So I actually had you bring up experiences of these levels of joy in your meditation. So you might have a reference point for that. So just breathe this in, because we always include and transcend. This is good. We want to enjoy those types of experiences. We want them to bless our delight. But then we move on to Ecclesiastes, where we have the teacher, the Eeyore-like Koheleth, who reminds us again and again, oh no, there's no just world. Bad things happen to good people all the time, and they do. Good things happen to bad people all the time. People who have it all, wealth, health, love, family, community, they're miserable. Even if you're blessed to have a good life and have prosperity and have success, when you die, and you will, some fool from the next generation is just going to squander it all away. And if you didn't get the message strong enough, who cares? Because we are all going to die. We're all ephemeral, finite, and meaningless. So the surprising thing that happens in Ecclesiastes is in this meaningless world, we nevertheless see perplexing moments of goodness, we nevertheless see humans helping each other and love being shared and celebrated. I think of it, I love hollyhocks. And in New Mexico, they can grow gloriously, but not in my backyard. But right outside of my office, the most extraordinary hollyhock literally grew out of the crack in the sidewalk between my and my neighbor's office. And I'm not saying a big crack with nice brown earth under it. I'm talking about a crack with dust that looked like it was just concrete. And it grew, and it was huge, and it was beautiful. And Ecclesiastes is like that. In a concrete jungle of barrenness and meaninglessness and ephemeralness, why not be the hollyhock? Why not grow and shine? Why not enjoy the good moments when they come, because they're going to go? And why not do good and find meaning when and where you can? And what grows is the joy of doing good for good's sake. And that's what we get to experience in Ecclesiastes. That's what we get to experience often in our spiritual community, because that's often what we're doing here. We're creating a place to be nourished and to nourish, to be involved, which is the way to have the truly transformative experiences. So feel into those joys. And how do you create them in your life? How do you do good for the sake of good? How do you find joy by giving it away? And cultivate those too. And if you need some ideas, Connie could use some help with the grounds. I know Mary Jean has some plenty of tasks that she could help you really step up in leadership in a new way in this ministry. Lots of possibilities there. And then finally we get to Job. Now, in Proverbs, if you're good, you're going to do good. In Ecclesiastes, it doesn't matter. There's no rhyme or reason. In Job, he was good. And he was good on the inside. And he saw God as good. And he lost absolutely everything. His family, his children, his crops, his household. All because of a wager God made with Satan. To see, are you good because you have prosperity, or are you good because you're good? And in his world, and one of the hardest parts for Job, because one of my assignments in ministerial school was to have a conversation with Job. So he told me this himself. One of the hardest parts was that his community decided that he had an evil lurking in his heart that no one knew about. Because the only way that the reign of ruin could have been visited on him is if he deserved it. But he held true and he said, I do not deserve this. And you, my God, are a just God. I am a just man. You are a just God. I have lost everything, including the integrity of my own flesh. His grief and his suffering came out through his own body. He said, you have to come down here and reconcile this for me. You need to show me how this makes sense. So God complies. But God's in a pretty difficult position right here, because he really can't say, Job, the reason you experienced this suffering that is so intense, it is now part of the myth of consciousness throughout the ages, is because of a wager with Satan. That wouldn't satisfy. So what God does is he doesn't offer a reason. He offers, or she offers, the universal one offers resolution and reconciliation. And that is done through giving Job a direct experience of the divine. And God takes Job through a tour of creation, starting with the constellations, showing Job the intricacies of the weather patterns, the mothering of mountain lions, the feeding patterns of goats, and the eternal striving of humanity for good. And Job is filled ecstatically with the joy of awe and wonder. Awe and wonder. And it's that direct knowing of God that resolves all things. It's that direct experience of God that expands consciousness throughout humanity in a new way. And that is also a joy we can participate in. We can participate in the joy of wonder and awe and create the experiences that make that more likely. And that feeds us, and that helps us along, and it helps us in the good times, and it helps us in the hard times as well. Now we're going to be doing this core value of joy the whole month. So I'm going to come back at the end of the month and do a bit of a part 2. And the part 2, we're going to get into some of the messiness of joy. Because part of our ability to experience and express joy is linked to our ability to experience and express pain and suffering. Our capacity to grieve. Our capacity to metabolize pain. They go together. So we're going to be looking at that. We're also going to be looking at how Job was the evolutionary link in consciousness between Proverbs and John the Baptist and Jesus, and where that arc of joy goes and how we get there. But what I want to leave with today is just the beginning of a discussion of a caveat as we immerse ourselves this month in joy. And the caveat is that we don't fall prey to a term I recently heard just a couple of weeks ago. We don't fall prey to toxic positivity. Does that make sense? Toxic positivity. And it reminds me when I was in college and I discovered Kahlil Gibran, and it just opened my heart. There was this passage that I remember because it really spoke to me. And Gibran says, if in your fear you seek only love's peace and love's pleasure, it is better that you pass out of love's threshing floor into a seasonless world where you shall laugh but not all of your laughter, and weep but not all of your tears. Because our ability to face, invite into, stay with the darkness is an incredibly important part of our capacity to experience joy. It takes away the fear. It allows us to take more risk because joy is not binary. It's not good or bad, happiness or sadness. It is the field that can hold and embrace all. And we get to it not by bypassing it, but by going through the difficult experiences. So with our unity teachings, of course, we have denials and affirmations. We really know how to hold the light. We believe in divine order. But toxic positivity is when someone is deeply suffering and we say all is in divine order. Toxic positivity is when someone is deeply suffering and we say, well, at least, ... Or it could have been worse. Or look on the bright side. And we sidestep the deepening of sharing that pain with ourselves or with each other. You know, as a psychotherapist, of course, many people come because they've just experienced a transition or a terrible loss or a betrayal or a life event. And there's always a discernment process. and it's always a combination. But it's like how much of the presenting symptoms are endogenous? How much really seem to be part of a biochemistry? How much seem to be part of a worldview wiring that is contracting, difficult inner voices, different types of trauma, different types of schema that might need to be dismantled and rebuilt in order to allow for things like joy. But for a lot of people, their depression, their symptoms of depression and anxiety and different other struggles, it might be normal. Sometimes I would have to work with someone and say, well, maybe you're experiencing depression and anxiety because you're healthy. Because you're healthy enough to be appropriately impacted by difficult life experiences. And that this is a normal and understandable response to some of the harder things we are asked to hold and metabolize as humans. And then we have to work on that, because in pain, in suffering, in waves of grief, the wave is going to form and it will always crest, always, and it will subside. So how do we develop the capacity to ride that wave and get to the other side? However, tsunamis are also waves. So we also have to know when is the wave too strong and too destructive. So we get to the point where now I've got to back off and use some coping distractions to actually just metabolize that one dose of the larger wave, so I'm not harmed by it. So there's this skill. There's a skill also to being in the pain, which then helps carve our heart so we also have more room for joy. So I invite you to keep that in mind as well. So what I'd like to end with is the beautiful progression of our exploration of gratitude into joy. Because you might be able to feel how close they are. So last month we've been exploring gratitude, and we had a gratitude group, and we had some practices. The practices being to notice 3 things you're grateful for, new things every single day. Try to relive one of them in writing or in thought in your body so you can support the neural network and the physical remembering of joy. We had the experience of giving away that gratitude by making sure we tell someone about their gratitude, by making sure that we pass it along. And it is this awareness that we cultivated where we listened to David Stendhal-Rast, and he talks about how every moment is a given moment. Every moment is a gift. And every moment we have the experience of gratitude for that now moment. And our awareness of the given moment and our awareness of the gift, that is joy. That is how joy becomes the cousin of gratitude, and how those practices work synergistically to allow us to be metabolizers of this joy, which we generally talk about in terms of poetry and analogy. Our heart leaps with joy. We jump for joy. It moves us forward. And this is the energy we want. The Fillmores say that joy is healing. It is healing, and it fortifies our Christ power of strength. So it's also spiritual practice to be doing joy and to be cultivating it in different ways. So take that with you this week and really see what makes you jump for joy. What makes you leap with joy? How can you cultivate that in your own life? How can you bring that into your prayer and your intention and emanate that like the jacaranda behind me? And whatever you're doing, and whatever your Enneagram shadow that you might be working on and that you might need to bless, no matter what, always, always, always remember to pray while smoking. I wish you joy. God bless. And let us experience the joy and the joy of the children who I believe are going to be joining us right now with some more, after Mary Jean. After Mary Jean, we will then have the blessing of the children and some more Karl Anthony.
So I think you all feel the joy of today. Feels like things are coming back. We have our bulletin again. We're going to do our collection as normal. We're going to pass the baskets today, which we haven't done in a really long time. But before we get to that, I just want to welcome anyone who's here for the first time. If you're willing to raise your hand, Kathy has some packets for you. Kathy, I see someone in the back there, and then a couple people up here, somebody there. There's someone over there. My goodness, Lisa, someone over there. Thank you all for being with us today. You came on a wonderful day when Karl Anthony's here. Holy cow. We don't have Karl every week, so this is a great week to be here. I want to let you know it might answer some questions, some things in the packet. There's a form for you to fill out if you're willing to give us your information so we can put you on our mailing list. We also want to let you know that you're our guest today, so it's not necessary to participate in our time of tithings and love offerings. But I do want to mention to all of you, you know, a day like today is something that takes a lot of people to put on. It also takes money to put on something like this. So please consider making a donation out of the generosity that naturally flows from a state of joy. Generosity and love automatically produce a sense of love and joy. So we ask that you participate, and let's say, as the ushers come forward, let's say together the love offering blessing. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And Karl has another song for us.
I do. My goodness, this is a joyous day. It is so good to be back with you. You know, and I was looking at how we can participate together without that singing. So here's the deal. It's 4 words. I can do anything. Now, in American Sign Language, you can go like this. Put your thumbs up like so. And you're going to go I. And then this is can. And then do. And then anything. Those are the 4 emotions. You know, that's designed specifically by an 8-year-old. You ready? Okay. I can do anything. Well, you know, one of the joyous things that I got to report is last year we decided to do something joyous, and Noy and I got married. Yes, we did. So we bring that joy to you today. Now, let's go ahead and, oh, by the way, and next year we're going to be bringing people to Thailand who would like to go to Thailand with us. You should come with us. On my table, there's a little information about our Thailand trip. Hope you can join us. It's great to have the kids here, so let's all do this together. If you forget the motions, just watch the kids. They've got it down. They're experts. All right, now what you got to do is real simple. You go like that. To the side, clap. Other side, clap. Other side, clap. Other side, clap. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. If you want to stand, you can, but you don't have to. But here we go. If someone tells you it's a waste of time, don't even try it. Don't be fooled, my friend. Believe in you. You can do it. You want the truth. You can do anything. Together I can do anything. I go. can't do anything. I can't do anything. Now to the side, clap. Other side, clap. Other side. I like when you say you got, in order to smile, all you got to do is bring up the corners of your mouth. That's it. How will you ever know if you'll succeed unless you try it? You'll never know for yourself until you buy it. You want the truth, you can do anything. Together, I can do anything. I can do anything. I can do anything. I can do anything. To the side. Come on. Here we go. Look at somebody and say, you're doing good. That's right. Oh, yeah, you're good. You know what? I would consider coming every week if you put a carpet of flowers in from. Woo! That was, what a welcome this morning. Woo! Come on. Do you want to do something? Do what you always wanted. Do you want to be something? Be who you always wanted. Do you want to love something? Take every chance that's given. Do you want to say something? Say it, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Whoa, you guys look so good. We should do another song. I see love in you, and I know what I see. I see love in you, and I know what I see. Every time I see you smile, hey, when I look into your eyes. Every time I see you smile, when I look into your eyes. Good. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Yeah, we should end it with we, don't you think? Let's end it with we. You gotta come up with another emotion though. Figure it out. You got it. Here we go. Say we can do anything. We can do anything. We can do anything. We can do anything. Beautiful. Good job. Good job.
Does it make you feel prosperous? I don't know what it would take. But anyway, let's have our love offering blessing. Prosperity overflows at Unity of Tustin. We have peace, we have joy, we have love, and material blessings in abundance. We give and receive joyously. We honor all those who support this ministry with their time, treasure, and talent. Thank you, God. As our ushers go into the bookstore, thank you. We just can close today's service by saying that if you want to make a donation by credit card, I have the little swiper thing that I can bring. And I thank you all for your gifts and your time and your treasure. And thank you to all the kids. Wave at the kids back there. Yeah. So let's close with a prayer for protection. Oh, yes. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Go forth in joy.
And just real quick, at 12:30, we're starting this new thing, Sunday Salon. We're just going to go in the sanctuary and chat. We can talk about the message, last week's message. A lot of people are new coming back to campus. It'd be a time like a meet and greet. So very informal, and it's all about trial and error. So we'll see how it goes. And if you're here and interested, I'd invite you to join us. Take care.